Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this commencement ceremony for Northern Essex Community College. My name is Bill Heineman, and I'm the Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs here at Northern Essex, and I'm going to be leading you through this very first part of the ceremony. First of all, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to the faculty and staff of Northern Essex. They will be led this morning by our Grand Marshal, Professor Mark Palermo. Please join me in welcoming the faculty and staff of Northern Essex Community College. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the graduating class of 2018. please join me in welcoming the President's Party.
As President of Northern Essex Community College, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our 56th annual commencement exercises. Buenos días. Como Presidente de Northern Essex Community College, tengo el placer de darle la bienvenida a nuestra 56 ceremonia de graduación anual. The proceedings will open with the national anthem sung by Carly Hamilton of Clastown, New Hampshire, a former Northern Essex Community College student.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Wow. Thank you, Carly, for that magnificent rendition of the national anthem. I have a question. By the way, students, you can be seated. So the back rows can see. I have a question. Who saw the weather forecast a couple days ago and went, ooh? Anybody remember who our guest commencement speaker was last year? Matt Noyes, New England's favorite weatherman. I called Matt a couple days ago. I said, Matt, can you cash in any favors? He said, I'll see if I can hold it off at least until the ceremony is over. Thank you, Matt, for the sunshine. We appreciate it very much. This is an exciting day for our graduates, their family and friends, our Northern Essex Community College faculty and staff as well. We're going to award close to 1,100 well-earned associate degrees and certificates today to an amazingly talented group of graduates. Just before I get started, I have one more question for you. Does anybody in the tent have a cell phone? Just thought I'd ask. If you have a cell phone, will you do me a favor? Would you hold it up like this, really high? Everybody hold the cell phone up really, really high. You guys too. All right, you got it? Okay, thank you. I just took a picture of all of you and tweeted it to hashtag NECC 2018. That's hashtag NECC 2018. I hope you'll do the same thing today with the pictures that you're going to be taking for Twitter and for Instagram. Help us celebrate today's class. We've got a social media campaign going on, and you can win yourself something. Post a photo or a message anytime before the end of the day tomorrow. We'll be sending out gift baskets for the best graduate group photo, the best cap, and I know there are some phenomenal looking caps out there, the best photo with a teacher and a student, and the best family photo. And by the way, for anybody in the crowd who's over 40, if you manage to do this, your kids will think you're really with it, or at least not hopelessly without it. If you do need some help with your pictures and your hashtagging, we actually have a special social media team roaming around the tent today. Tia Roy, Laura Mont, Mary Murphy, they're all wearing yellow shirts and NECC hats. They'll be happy to help you out, so if you see someone in that yellow NECC shirt, get some help with that, just ask them. And for the first time, thanks to our friends at HC Media, not only are we recording today's commencement ceremony, we're also live streaming it on Facebook. So if you have any friends or family who are not able to be here today for one reason or another, shoot them a quick text, let them know they can follow HC Media's live stream on their Facebook page. One other note before we get started, it's actually a sports note. The NECC Knights baseball team is in the finals right now at Trinity Stadium. This is the game that will decide whether they go to the Junior College World Series for the 7th year. Yesterday, they routed the Suffolk County Community College baseball team 9-0 in a 7-inning mercy rule called no-hitter. As of last inning, it was tied up 2-2. So can we get one good cheer for a rally for the NECC Knights, please? We're very happy to hear that. Thank you. It's a great joy for me to be here celebrating with you the class of 2018 today. The education that you received, all the hard work you put into this, and know that you're going to be well prepared to transfer to a four-year school to begin your careers. While some of you may be eager to travel, to move to other places, a majority of our graduates from Northern Essex Community College choose to live, to work, to raise families, and to contribute to their communities right here in the Merrimack Valley. So I'm particularly proud to share with you this year that at a time in our nation when we seem to perhaps need it the most, this talented class of 2018 is also one of the most civically engaged groups of graduates the college has ever known. The Institute for Democracy and Education at Tufts University conducts an annual survey of over 1,000 colleges and universities in America. And last fall, they reported that the voting rate of students at Northern Essex Community College is significantly above the national average and one of the highest in the Commonwealth. That's worth applause. This comes at a time when Northern Essex has partnered with Campus Compact, a national higher education organization focused on civic engagement, and created our first ever civic action plan. So record numbers of these students of the class of 2018 have been participating in things like service learning courses, volunteering for nonprofits in the community, participating in civic engagement activities like voter registration days, events sponsored by our Contemporary Affairs Club and our Global Studies Department and a lot of other things. Graduates, I hope these experiences have helped you realize the joys of helping other people and giving you a taste of really the power that comes from being an engaged and informed citizen. Today I'd like to highlight just a few of the stories of those engaged and informed citizens in our graduating class. Where's Jeanette Galarza? There she is, right down here. Jeanette Galarza, one of the standout students in the class of 2018. Jeanette came to Lawrence from Puerto Rico when she was 10 years old. After high school, she joined the workforce to support her family, deciding in her mid-20s to come back to college. She's a spiritual person. She's been on missionary trips to poverty-stricken areas of Panama and El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, China, and Western Sahara. She's also a Sunday school teacher, which helped her discover her talent and her passion for teaching. Here at Northern Essex Community College, she's been a member of the Student Senate, a presidential ambassador, a student orientation leader, and a whole lot more. She's graduating with a liberal arts degree and high honors, and in the fall, she's going to enroll in the Commonwealth Honors College at UMass Lowell, where she's going to study history with plans to be a high school history teacher in her hometown of Lawrence. For all these reasons and more, Jeanette was named one of Massachusetts' 29 Who Shine this year, and she was honored by Governor Baker at a ceremony at the State House just a couple of weeks ago. Jeanette, I know you're going to be an exceptional role model for your students when you begin teaching high school, and we're all very proud of your accomplishments here at Northern Essex Community College. And Jamie Romero, where are you, Jamie Romero? She's over here. Right? There she is, Jamie Romero. You may have seen Jamie's face and her story on the front page of the Eagle Tribune just a couple of days ago. Jamie has dedicated her life and her career to helping those who are less fortunate. She's been a volunteer firefighter, she's been a nursing home assistant, she's a 1994 graduate of Georgetown High School and has worked in the human services field for more than 20 years. She's currently the director of a 174-bed family shelter at Emmaus House. She's a mom of twin teen daughters who enrolled in college 2 years ago and has worked full-time throughout her education. She says, I really enjoy helping people in their darkest days get stabilized and get back up on their feet, smiling again. In the fall, she's going to continue her education online while continuing to work full-time. Jamie, we applaud you and your commitment to helping others and the positive impact you've had on a lot of this ceremony. And then there's Samuel Howe. Samuel is one of many veterans who choose to enroll at Northern Essex Community College after serving our country. He's a native of Washington State. He joined the Army in 2004, believing it was, as he said, the right thing to do after 9/11. He served in the artillery for 8 years with tours to Germany, Korea, Iraq, and Afghanistan. And in 2012, he moved to the Merrimack Valley when he fell in love with an Amesbury native. A back injury that he received while in the military forced Samuel to reconsider the career he had thought about in heating and cooling, and he enrolled at Northern Essex in 2016. Today, he's graduated with high honors and a degree in computer science, and he plans to transfer to Linden State College in the fall, which offers a bachelor's degree completion program on our Lawrence campus. At this time, can I ask all of the active or retired members of America's Armed Services to stand, please, and be recognized? Samuel and everyone else who just stood, thank you for your service, and best of luck, Samuel, in your new career in information technology. And lastly, I'd like to mention a particularly special graduate. The youngest who will be crossing the stage today. She's 17 years old and she's graduating from Northern Essex today with her associate's degree in general studies 2 weeks before her graduation from Amesbury High School. She's a talented musician who's already recorded her first CD, and she plans to complete her bachelor's degree in music business at Northern Vermont University and her master's in professional studies at Berklee College of Music. Just as importantly, though, and in keeping with our theme for today, she's the face, the voice, and the hope of the future for civic engagement. She's been involved with Girls Inc., helping to inspire young women to be strong, smart, and bold since she was 12 years old. She's been a mentor in the National Mentors in Violence Prevention Program, teaching her middle and high school peers how to stand up against gender-based violence. The day she turned 16, She completed the form required by the Secretary of State and pre-registered to vote in Massachusetts. Andy and Diana, what do you think about that? She's a member of the Board of Directors for the Newburyport YWCA, and she's been an active member of her school's Gay Straight Alliance for the past 4 years. A couple of months ago, she participated in the March for Our Lives through the streets of Boston and worked with administrators on her high school campus to lead her school's participation in the National School Walkout to bring attention to gun violence and its impact on our nation's youth. Did I mention she's only 17? And she drives an old Volvo that she's named Elizabeth in honor of Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. It has a sticker on the back of Rosie the Riveter proudly declaring, "We can do it." And she's right, we can. Thanks for giving me just a couple minutes there to be a proud dad. As a lot of people in the crowd know, I'm talking about my daughter, Thomasina Glenn. Congratulations, Thomasina, and thank you and the other spectacular students that I've just highlighted for all that you've done for this world already, and for all that I know you're going to accomplish in the future. Perhaps we can't all choose a career in public service, go on missionary trips, join the military, or graduate from college before high school while looking to change the world, like Jeanette, Jamie, Samuel, and Thomasina. But we each can have a positive impact in our own way. Our world needs educated voters and community volunteers, and we can certainly all strive for that. If you're looking for a place to start, you'll find some helpful resources on the community engagement flyer that's in your commencement brochure at your seat, including tips on how to contact elected officials, like our keynote speaker today, how to be an informed citizen, and how to volunteer your time in your community for causes that are important to you. So as we celebrate the class of 2018 today, I applaud their academic achievements as well as the many positive contributions they've already made and will continue to make to their communities. Thank you very much. And it is now my pleasure to introduce to you the dignitaries and honored guests who've joined us for this special occasion. Do me a favor, please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Will the following individuals seated on the platform please rise as your name is announced? To my right, I'd like to introduce Jeffrey Linehan, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Representative Andy Vargas from the 3rd Essex District, Haverhill, and our commencement speaker today, Representative from the 14th Essex District for Haverhill, Lawrence, Methuen, and North Andover, and candidate for State Senator, Diana DeZoglio, and Dr. Noemi Custodia-Lora, Vice President of the Lawrence Campus and Community Relations. In the second row, Mark Palermo, our Faculty Grand Marshal, William Cox, Trustee, Ronald Gilmet, Trustee, Sally Sarasulo, Trustee, and Joseph Durazio, Trustee. To my left, Jean Paul, Vice President of Institutional Advancement, George Moriarty, Executive Vice President of Workforce Development, Melina Papa, Student Speaker. That's all right. Anna Benning, Student Trustee, who will receive her Associate in Arts degree in General Studies and Art today, and William Heineman, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs. In the second row, Michael McCarthy, Vice President of Administration and Finance, Stephen Fabrucci, Vice President of Human Resource Development, Kelly Soreski, Dean of Institutional Research, Planning and Effectiveness, and Kimberly Burns, Dean of Innovation and Professional Development. And in the audience today, we have a few members of our legislative delegation as well, Representative Lenny Mira from the 2nd District, and Representative Frank Moran from the 17th Essex District. Also in the audience today, we have Mayor Donna Holliday from the city of Newburyport. And seated in the front row, we have Elaine Linehan, wife of Chairman of the NECC Board of Trustees, Jeff Linehan, my wife, Margaret Glenn, and large numbers of members of the Glenn family. Thank you very much. The commencement ceremonies today are being interpreted in American Sign Language by professional interpreters. We're also providing CART, it's Communication Access Real-Time Translation Services. And as I mentioned, for those who cannot be here today, HC Media is live streaming this on their Facebook page. Each year, a committee of faculty and staff recommend a student commencement speaker based on grade point average and contributions to the college and the community. This year, we received 6 nominations for this honor. And it's interesting to note that 3 of those 6 students nominated are immigrants, including Melina Papa, who will address us today. And we have a sizable fan club. Melina is a native of Romania who lived in Italy for 13 years before immigrating to this country 5 years ago. A resident of Plastow, she's graduating with a degree in engineering science, which as many of you know is a very challenging program. Melina earned close to a perfect 4.0 GPA, a remarkable achievement for anyone, but even more exceptional when you consider her background and what she juggles along with her schoolwork. She's a wife and mother of 2 children, ages 7 and 13. She works full-time while attending college. She's currently a lead engineer at EPE Corporation in Manchester, New Hampshire. She commutes to New Hampshire, where she works the day shift, takes classes in the afternoon and online, and studies on weekends and late at night after the family is in bed. Her advisor, Stephanie Wares, calls her one of the hardest working women I know. I don't think any of us would argue with that. After graduating, Melina plans to transfer to UMass Lowell or to Arizona State University's online program to continue her engineering studies. Her entire family is with us today. I think you've heard them already, including her mother, who traveled all the way from Romania to see her daughter graduate. Thank you for being here. Melina, your commitment to your education, your exceptional work ethic, and your desire to be the best you can be inspire us. It's my honor to introduce you as this year's commencement speaker.
Good morning, Northern Essex Community College graduating class of 2018! Believe it or not, we did it! This is the moment we have dreamed of when we step uncomfortably in our first class, wondering when, how, and in the days before the exam, if we will ever graduate. Today is the day when our dream came true! I do remember vividly my first college class, although that moment took place 17 years ago in my native country, Romania. Little did I know back then that in a matter of a year, I was going to drop out of college, start a new family, and immigrate to Italy. I left my country thinking that I was going to continue my college education in Italy right away. But life happened. Jobs, kids, and immigration struggles, which I'm sure many of you fellow graduates are familiar with. For a long time, my dream of going back of college seemed like a distant memory. After 13 years, my husband and I decided to move to the States because of the economic opportunities in here. We, along with our 2 kids, came on December 24th, 2012. And while we regarded that day as our own Christmas miracle, we couldn't stop ourselves from feeling all these conflicting emotions: fear, relief, excitement, and fear again. A lot of that fear dissipated once I enrolled at NECC. Yes, I went back to college at 32, thinking that I was going to see in my class peers that were much younger than me. Instead, I was pleasantly surprised to see that were people from all walks of life and from all backgrounds, not only among the students, but among professors, advisors, and campus leaderships as well. It was precisely this striking diversity that allowed me to feel accepted and supported in my dream of pursuing a college degree. My fellow grads, I applaud you for your amazing achievement. Many of you had to face obstacles that might seem insurmountable, challenges such as poverty, problems with your immigration status, limited English proficiency, or lack of support. However, you all rose to the occasion every single time, even if that meant studying after 9 p.m., because that's when your kids went to bed, until 2 o'clock in the morning, sleep for 4 hours, go to your full-time job, and repeat the cycle again the next day. You are the heroes of today, and I am honored and privileged to have met so many of you. To my fellow engineering grads, where are you guys? Can't hear you! While it's well known that knowledge mentality, power is not its voltage times current, or change your work over a period of time. Truth be told, folks in engineering like to think in very concrete terms, but I think we got it right this time. So my advice to you is this. Just like voltage, put your hard work in. Do not be afraid with how long it will take to be where you want to be. Engineer knows that the current will lead you there sooner or later. And this lesson is something that all of today's graduates have learned. I found this to be true, especially in my case, when I came to the States. To be honest, I did not choose engineering. Engineering chose me. From the multitude of jobs I applied for when I came to the States, the only one I got an answer from was an assembler position in an electronic company. I did not think much about it at that time, but after a while, I became very interested in the field when I applied at NECC, deciding not to pursue my original major from Romania, but I enrolled in the technology and engineering program. And while there, an amazing thing happened. I decided to stick with it. Suddenly, I did not allow myself to find any excuse. Not the fact that I had a family, not the fact that I had a full-time job, not the economic constraints, and certainly not the fact that I was in a new country whose language I had yet to master. And that's when I knew that engineering was my call. Well, now I'm thankful that Macy's did not offer me that sales floor position. You see, in life, sometimes you have to be open for what comes on your way. Embrace the unexpected and be ready to fight for your dreams. As the great Romanian historian and politician Nicolae Iorga said, never say it can't be done, but begin with let's try. Nu spune niciodată nu se poate, ci începe cu să vedem. Fellow grads, I'm sure that all of us has someone who helped us to get where we are today. And as we all are thinking about those who have impacted our lives, I would like to take a few moments to thank a few people whose tremendous support made me continue my academic journey. To Professor Habib Magul. You revealed a whole different math universe for me and made me truly believe in my mathematical skills. Even if all my life prior to taking your courses, I considered myself a mediocre math student. To Professor Paul Chanley. You never let me give up in your circuits and physics 1 courses, although sometimes I questioned what I was even doing there. To my advisor, Stephanie Wares. You guided me along each step of the way with your extraordinary patience and kindness. To all staff and faculty members at NECC, thank you for your commitment to students and your continuous support. And of course, to all Electrical Engineering Secret Society colleagues for all the enlightenment moments we shared together. I would also like to thank my family for their unconditional love and encouragement. To my husband Florin and my 2 kids Emma and Marcello, what I feel for you cannot even be described in words. You made me want to be the best version of myself, and I can only hope that one day I can pay for all the sacrifices you have made for me, for all those nights in which instead of holding you and hugging you as you slept, I had to stay up late studying. To my mother, Marika, you were an educator for almost 40 years, but most importantly than that, you are the person who made me believe that learning is possible at any age and in any circumstances. You left your home in Romania and came to live with us in US 6 months a year, every year, sometimes twice a year, to help me achieve my dream. Mulțumesc, mamă dragă! To my sister, Nicoleta, you are my personal hero. Thank you for all the times you helped me push through, for all the times you changed my tears into smiles, for all the times you told me, come on, Melina, you can do better than that. You made a promise to our dad that one day I'll graduate from college too. Well, not only you kept your promise, you exceeded it. My only regret is that our dad, who passed away 6 years ago, is not here today. And above all, I would like to thank God for bringing in my life all these amazing people. Lastly, I would like to thank the Committee of Faculty and Staff for the extraordinary honor of being the student commencement speaker. My final thoughts are for the NECC 2018 graduates whose tremendous achievement I want to recognize once again. Let us celebrate this remarkable accomplishment of courage, determination, and sacrifice. We've each learned that no matter how hard it is to achieve our goals, we can do it. And let us seize these amazing opportunities that life has in store for us with the Julius Caesar quote, Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered.
So, believe it or not, this morning I said to Melina, you know, if you get a little anxious in front of a crowd of 3,000 people, just remember, they're all rooting for you. Don't be nervous at all. I don't think we have anything to worry about. She rocks, doesn't she? Wow! And you know, every graduation ceremony has its firsts. Now I think I can confidently say we've had the first student commencement speaker to quote a Romanian philosopher and to tell engineering jokes. And while maybe not everybody in the crowd got the engineering jokes, there are at least 2 in the front row who I think did. Thank you, Melina, very much. That was wonderful. And now the traditional gift of the graduating class will be announced by the president of the Student Government Association, Nate Miller, who's graduating today with a liberal arts degree, theater option with honors. Nate?
Good afternoon, and thank you, President Glenn, faculty, staff, friends, families, and fellow graduates. Each year, the student government presents a gift on behalf of the graduating class to the college. This year, the SGA is proud to present a new Knights mascot to embrace our school spirit and pride. In addition, the SGA has made a contribution to the NECC Foundation towards student scholarships. Congratulations again to the class of 2018!
Thank you, Nate. Now I have an important update. You ready? 7-5, Knights over Suffolk in the bottom of the 8th, Suffolk coming up the bat. The crowd vibe is working. So at a time when young people across the country, as I mentioned before, are rising up and making their voices heard, we thought it would be appropriate today to have State Representative Andy Vargas as our commencement speaker. Andy's only 24 years old, but he's championed the importance of civic engagement with his personal actions and his campaign platforms and through his actions while in office. In 2015, he was the first Latino elected to the Haverhill City Council, receiving the 3rd highest number of votes. In 2017, he was elected state representative, representing Haverhill, the 3rd Essex District, and replacing Brian Dempsey, who was leaving the House after 26 years. Andy says his path to public service began when he was 16 years old, like some other people we've heard about this morning, through his involvement with Teens Leading the Way, a statewide student-run youth advocacy group focused on adopting civics as a high school graduation requirement in Massachusetts. He grew up locally in a politically engaged family with roots in the Dominican Republic, attending Haverhill High School where he excelled academically and played baseball for the Hillies, down the street where the Knights are playing right now. After graduating from high school, he went on to Boston University, majoring in political science and international relations with a concentration in foreign policy and security studies. While in college, he was active in student government and also interned at the U.S. Embassy in Madrid and at the White House. As a state representative, Andy has brought his passion for civic engagement full circle, championing a bill recently that would require public schools to teach about local, state, and federal government. Andy, as you've heard here this morning at North Essex, we value civic engagement as much as you do. We appreciate all that you're doing to ensure that citizens in our community and our state are informed and engaged, and we welcome you as our commencement speaker.
Wow, I don't know how to follow that. I really don't. Good afternoon. Oh my God, you guys, good afternoon. Okay. Buenas tardes. Okay, we're alive. Thank you, President Glenn, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and of course, the class of 2018. It is an absolute honor to share this day with you. My grandmother has a saying, it goes, Dime con quien anda y te diré quién eres. Which means in English, tell me who you're hanging out with and I'll tell you who you are. And so I feel extremely excited and honored and privileged to be hanging out with all of you today. Northern Essex plays such a vital role for the Merrimack Valley and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This college is more than a traditional higher education institution. It is a treasure and creator of community and opportunity. Whether you're a recent high school graduate or a young professional passionate about the arts and education, like my cousin Abraham who's graduating today, shout out Abe, or a professional with decades of experience looking to add to their portfolio, or a recent immigrant determined to learn English, like my father was, who's sitting right there. Northern Essex has your back. My dad had an amazing professor here that had his back. Her name was Jane Thiefels. With patience, persistence, and gentle encouragement, Jane taught my father how to learn English, which was key to ensure that he could earn a higher wage job to put food on the table for his family. No matter your background, age, or socioeconomic status, this institution, this college, this community opens its doors to you. And that's why I feel so privileged to address this distinguished crowd today. Many of you have overcome numerous obstacles to get here. Working 2 or 3 jobs, taking extra shifts, raising a family, staying up late, and some of you even overcoming trauma. The resiliency of this class is well represented here today. Chris Montes of Haverhill's in the house. Chris, where are you? There you are, Chris. Chris is here today with his family, and he enrolled in Northern Essex shortly after high school in 2010. But his first couple of semesters were a bit challenging, and it didn't go so well. He was going through some personal challenges, and his mother was going through cancer. But today, he is here, he is resilient, he is strong, he's earned straight A's, and is earning a degree with high honors in business. Resilience, purpose, and the desire to serve. Chris represents the values that are within each of the graduates in this class. Sabrina Hamill is here too. Sabrina, where you at? Okay, there you are. Sabrina dropped out of Methuen High, and she described herself as a, quote, hot disaster. But today, she's graduating with high honors in respiratory therapy.
and she already has a job lined up at the prestigious Boston Children's Hospital. There are so many motivating stories. Wendy Ramirez of Methuen is a native of El Salvador with a big family. She came to the U.S. when she was just 5 years old. She was raised by a single mom who worked 2 jobs. Wendy and her husband have 2 boys, 3 and 5 years old, and she volunteers at Opportunity Works and Habitat for Humanity. I don't know how you find the time. Today she graduates with a near perfect GPA, with a degree in early childhood education. Being on the front lines of early childhood education, folks like Wendy quite literally hold the future in their hands. And finally, just to highlight how broad the impact is of Northern Essex, consider Linda Gaudu, who has nearly 24 years of business experience, primarily in supervising roles, but found that her lack of a college degree made the job market a bit tough. Linda today graduates with a business management degree and kept on moving forward. Congratulations, Linda. We could go on and on highlighting the amazing stories in this class, but my speech is already 3 hours, so we'll have to stop there. That was a joke, by the way. That was a joke. I'm sure you're all sitting there wondering, what the heck qualifies this 24-year-old to give me advice, to give this incredible class of graduates advice? I'm not so sure myself, but thanks, Len, for the opportunity. I appreciate it, Mr. President. But I've picked up a couple things the past couple of years in public service that have been helpful to me, and I hope that they might be helpful to you as you prepare to graduate. First, don't be afraid to look stupid. Anyone who accomplished anything looked stupid at least 15 times before getting there. When I ran for city council, I was 21 and people thought I was crazy. I was. The fact is that I wouldn't be a state representative today if I wasn't willing to look stupid. You've got to be willing to take risks, to stick your neck out, to step outside your comfort zone, and learn how to handle disappointment and failure. As a kid, I loved baseball. I took it so seriously. And every time we lost a game, I would get so frustrated and even sometimes cry. My brother still makes fun of me for that. And after a loss, my dad would always try to cheer me up by saying, "Tú no perdiste. Tú ganaste. Ganaste experiencia," which means you didn't lose that game. You won. You won experience. I quickly learned that out of failure comes wisdom and poise. Second, there are 2 factors that can make or break any personal or professional endeavor. They both start with the letter E. Egos and empathy. We all have egos and can exhibit more empathy. Big egos build walls, and empathy moves mountains and invites understanding. In any industry, you're going to find people with giant personalities with small ideas. In politics, as you can imagine, we run into a few of those. What I've found, though, is that if I can check my ego, my pride, my privilege, the more effective of a leader and follower I can be. Empathy in many ways is a bit tougher. Empathy asks you to put aside all your assumptions and societal norms, to instead see the humanity in every single person. Sometimes empathy comes in the form of understanding that you cannot understand another person's challenges or reality, but you still see, feel, and recognize their existence. Finally, and most importantly, revisit your purpose. Life gets crazy, and it is important to keep your main mission in mind. As author Stephen Covey said, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Let's try that again. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. With all the stress of rent, putting food on the table, mortgage, raising kids, or other pressing priorities, it's really easy nowadays to lose sight of your mission. It can lead us down a dark path. And so checking in with your purpose from time to time is a healthy exercise. Every now and then, when I wake up early to do work or stay up late, I contemplate over why I decided to be a public servant. I revisit my purpose. So whenever life gets crazy, pause and ask yourself, what is my purpose? What is my mission? What am I actually doing? Take this with the understanding that purpose is a decision, not a title. There is so much to be proud of in this class, and each story and every one of you has a personal narrative, a story, and a purpose that can empower all those around you. No matter the major, your impact will be major, and your responsibility to improve our community is not minor. This class consists of a great deal of healthcare majors. Healthcare majors, where you at? Make some noise. Wow, that's a lot. You will go on to heal and provide helping hands to an industry and society that is in great need of your vocation. We also have those graduating with degrees in criminal justice, business, liberal arts, engineering, computer sciences, and early childhood education. The fact is that you are all essential to the fabric of our community, the vitality of our economy, and the advancement of our society. When I was preparing to graduate from college a few years ago, I had this sort of come to Jesus moment about my future. I was interning at the White House under President Obama. They were crazy enough to accept this random kid from Haverhill. And right before graduation, the president had an intimate conversation with his interns. One of my peers decided to ask him the existential question. They said to him, "Mr. President, what's the key to living a fulfilling life?" And the president paused. He leaned in and he said, look, let me be clear. He said, the key to living a fulfilling life is don't think about who you want to be, think about what you want to do. Because ever since we were this tall, we've been asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Is it a lawyer, a doctor, a CEO, a congressman, an astronaut? But those are all titles, right? They're not really about what you want to do. It's not a conversation about verbs, and it should be. Are you the CEO that pays a living wage and provides opportunity? The scientist that cures cancer? The congressman that fights for working people? Those are all actions. And the problem is that in some sectors of society, let's take Congress for example, we have some people that woke up one day and said, I want to be a congressman. And that was it. And so naturally the entire existence becomes around self-preservation of that title as opposed to what you want to do with that opportunity and that privilege. Reflecting on the words of the president, I went home that night. I was stressed out about what I was going to do after graduation. I had 27 tabs open in my MacBook. And I was procrastinating, and I was on Facebook. Up until that point, I had thought that after graduation, as a young person, I wasn't going to stay in Haverhill. I was going to go to Boston, New York, DC, Chicago, because that's what we're told, right? That that's where you have to go. That's where the action is. That's where all the good work is happening. Nah. I quickly realized that I was just going through the motions and accepting what society expects us to do. There was no meaning there. My thoughts about moving to a big city were more about who I wanted to be versus what I wanted to do. Later that night, as I was procrastinating, as I mentioned, on Facebook, I saw that teachers in Haverhill were organizing because they were some of the lowest paid across the Commonwealth. I saw that a friend had written a long post about a loved one they lost to the opioid epidemic. I did some digging and found that Haverhill was 6th in the state in overdose death rates. And I thought about the challenges and privileges of growing up here in Haverhill. I dug some more and looked at the demographics and socioeconomic status of my hometown. I noticed that despite 20 to 25% of the population being Latino, that wasn't reflected anywhere in city leadership, elected or not. I also didn't see many young faces. All these issues combined were things that I wanted to address, work on, actually do. So instead of leaving Haverhill, I decided to stay and came up with the crazy idea of running for city council, and more recently, state representative. Therefore, graduates, the question today is not what title you will achieve with this degree, what salary you will receive with this degree, or what office you'll work in with this degree, but rather, what will you do with this degree, and the responsibility that comes with it. For each graduating class, for each generation, the times for which they live in often dictate the calls to action and responsibilities required. Whether it was the Civil War, women's suffrage, or civil rights, those with privilege of a degree have been and are called to be instruments of change. This class graduates into what may seem like a turbulent time in America. We live in a time of profound social challenges, of cynicism in our politics, and even sometimes skepticism of one another. We live in a time where some choose to ignore the dark parts of our nation's past without pause or concern to heed the lessons of history. A time where the very definition of American is being tested. We are asking honest questions about our culture, our responsibility to one another, all while our democratic institutions face the ultimate test. And while some may see this era as unprecedented and daunting, this climate has offered us an opportunity, a renewed wave of civic engagement and service. Our job now is to channel that wave into outcomes that make life just a little bit more fair, just, and compassionate. People today are engaged, they're mobilized, and ready to lend their time to the issue that frustrates them most. Today, people of all walks of life find themselves with that renewed sense of civic spirit that has translated into action across all sectors. A new America is manifested in every part of our lives. In the workplace, where women are saying time's up, and me too. In high schools, where students are saying enough is enough to gun violence, seeking bipartisan solutions. And in the continued struggle to establish the very simple notion that Black Lives Matter too. You don't have to go far to see this civic spirit. You don't have to be a politician or a political person to implement change. In fact, it's most often the opposite. Politicians and formal institutions are rarely on the front lines of transformational change. Transformational change arrives when everyday people, working people, students, young people, elders, say that we are not satisfied with the treatment of my fellow worker, teacher, friend, or stranger, and that it's time for us to aspire and achieve more for one another. While there are some out there that try to profit from divisiveness and lead us to think that we are more divided than we are, the reality is we are not. Society has labels, and in some cases, they are important, but they're not comprehensive. They don't tell the full story of who we are as individuals. You can be a conservative that loves the environment and believes in marriage equality. You can be a liberal who upholds fiscal responsibility and building strong families. Don't tell society tell you otherwise. Don't let society tell you otherwise. And as we strive to create a better world, chase the truth incessantly. Listen with empathy and act courageously in service to others. I've mentioned my dad a lot today, and I'll end with one more quote that he used to say when I was a kid. He used to write poems, and one of them that really stuck with me always was, if you dedicate yourself to serving the less fortunate, you will have felt your existence, and you will always have reasons to live. At the end of the day, we're living on this planet for a very short amount of time. Live it with love, empathy, and an unwavering commitment to your purpose. And as we close here today, let us consider the words of civil rights leader Howard Thurman as guidance in our next steps. Don't ask what the world needs, he said. Ask what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So class of 2018, what makes you come alive? Thank you. God bless you. Congratulations. Go out and change the world.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words, for those reminders of how important it is to serve others and to come alive. And oh, by the way, to not be afraid to look a little silly sometimes while you're doing it. I didn't mention this in my opening remarks, but since we talked about Jamie Romero earlier and her important job for Emmaus House, which is a shelter here in Havel that provides services and shelter for those who are homeless, Andy's a pretty good dancer. Every year, Emmaus has an event called Dancing with the Merrimack Valley Stars, and a couple of years ago, Andy and I both found ourselves on the dance floor. I was doing the rumba, he was doing hip-hop. He was a whole lot better than I was. But if you want to know who's really good at this, Representative Diana DeZoglio was there the year before and has been back every year since. Emmaus House does some wonderful work in our community. If you're looking to patch in and provide some of that service, they're certainly a wonderful organization to work with. Andy, thank you for those inspiring reminders. As part of this year's commencement ceremony, I'm pleased and honored to confer the rank of Emeritus status on 4 longtime members of the college's faculty and staff. In Northern Essex, the rank of Emeritus is an honor that recognizes sustained excellence in performance, character, and meritorious service to the college. The Emeritus Awards will be presented by Dr. William Heineman, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs. Terry Cargan, will you please join Dr. Heineman here in the front of the stage? Terry taught English at Northern Essex for 30 years, 12 years as an adjunct and 18 years as a full-time faculty member. She's a teacher who is as popular with her students as she was with her faculty colleagues. Passionate about her subject, she constantly strove to create a stimulating learning environment for her students. In addition to her success in the classroom, Terry was a faculty leader, serving for close to 15 years as chair of the Executive Committee of the All-College Assembly and Advisory Board to the President. The All-College Assembly ensures that the voices of faculty, staff, and students are considered in decision-making processes. Leading this group requires managing many different views and personalities, frequently in a public forum, and the courage to share opinions with college leadership. And I can say personally that Terry handled this role with humor, compassion, and tact, and I always enjoyed working with her. Terry, it's my great pleasure to name you Professor Emerita of English. Our second emeritus recipient, Bernard Bill Zanini, left a very successful 30-year career in corporate research and development to pursue a second career in college teaching. He started teaching business at Northern Essex part-time in 2002, and he joined the faculty full-time in 2004. Bill has a passion for entrepreneurship, and he created several courses on that topic, as well as a business plan competition that was held for 10 years at the college each May. His business plan competition challenged students to put their small business ideas on paper, creating plans for achieving their dreams. As a result, there are a number of success stories from that competition, including the Green Lightning Surfboard Company, now located in Oceanside, California, which 2 of Bill's students started in Seabrook, New Hampshire. That company is expanding, and I can't help but think that the solid foundation that these 2 young entrepreneurs created in Bill's class helped them get to where they are today. Bill also shared his business expertise with the college, serving for 7 years as the chair of our finance committee. Bill, it gives me great pleasure to name you Professor Emerita of Business. Two of our Emeriti recipients were unable to attend today's ceremony. Anne Graham Mason was coordinator of electronic services and research services for the Bentley Library in Haverhill for almost 20 years until her retirement last June. Anne created a library that was the heart of the college, a place where students felt supported not only with their academic research, but also as individuals. She listened, she encouraged them. She also embraced the role of a library as a cultural center, creating programs, readings, and book groups that brought the college community together. It's my honor to name Anne Graham Mason, Coordinator Emerita of Library Research Services. And lastly, Lynn Nadeau started at Northern Essex as a writing tutor in 2001, and she was Director of Tutoring Services when she left last year. It's a well-proven fact that students who access tutoring are more successful academically, and Lynn worked very hard to expand and to reinvent our tutoring services to better meet the needs of students. She managed our online tutoring and also developed an academic coaching program to increase the odds of success for our most vulnerable students. We appreciate all that Lynn Nadeau did to help our students succeed, and it's my pleasure to name her Director Emerita of Tutoring Services. Congratulations to our emeritus recipients. Students, are you ready? We're almost there. I just thought I'd check. We have one more piece of business. I would now like to welcome William Kluber, the chairperson of the NECC Alumni Association, to the podium. Bill will announce and present the Outstanding Alumni Award. Bill Kluber.
behalf of the Alumni Association, I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to all of today's candidates. We alumni share in your pride and joy on this special day and officially welcome you as the newest members of the NECC Alumni Association. The Outstanding Alumni Award is granted annually to an NECC student alum who has achieved success in his or her profession, is active in the community, or has continually supported the college's efforts. This year's recipient has done all of these and more. A full-time professional and mother of two, she attended NECC Business Transfer Program with a full course load and graduated last year with a perfect 4.0. Following graduation, she landed a position with the Lawrence Partnership, where she currently works as the Associate Director. Most recently, she has joined the NECC Alumni Board. We are proud to have this opportunity to recognize her today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present to you the winner of the 2018 Outstanding Alumni Award, Ms. Karina Calderon.
Thank you, Bill, and congratulations, Karina. I know you're doing some outstanding work with the Lawrence Partnership, and we appreciate that very much. We're going to the World Series. NECC Knights 7-5 over Suffolk County Community College, heading down to Tennessee on Tuesday for the 7th time in the Junior College World Series. Woo-hoo! You helped make it happen. I kept telling them the crowd is cheering. They were very pleased at that, so thank you very much. And now, Vice President Bill Heineman, can you please come to the podium for the awarding of the degrees?
Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the faculty and staff, it is my distinct honor to introduce that part of the ceremony that all of the candidates and their families have been waiting for. You've all worked extremely hard and are certainly deserving of the degrees and the certificates that are about to be conferred. Chairman Linehan, it is my very great pleasure to present to you the class of 2018. The faculty has certified that they have met all of the requirements of their degrees and certificates.
I have. That's it. That's for you.
Thank you.
So maybe.
Could I have all the candidates please
Yeah, I'll
rise?
show you the shot. So do that.
Everybody? Hey. The Board of Trustees, in accordance with the recommendation of the faculty and the President of Northern Essex Community College, and with the authority conferred by the Department of Higher Education of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, hereby awards a degree of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, and the appropriate certificates to the graduating class of 2018. I'm sure you will want to join me in congratulating and wishing you all graduates well.
And now, Vice President William Heineman and Dr. Noemi Custodialora will present the graduates for diplomas.
Can you move that thing there so we can, yeah, just move it. Good. they don't exactly know where they're going to be doing their thing. So they should be coming right down here and then going this way, which means they're going to be in the way. So I'm not sure. You know what we're going to do? We're going to move this aside. Pick that up. Pick the white thing up. And come with me.
Hannah E. Perez.
Keep going.
Marina D. Popa, high honors. Nathan J. Miller, honors. Abraham A. Anavisca, honors. Noah A. Greenstein, honors. Matthew E. Helwet, high honors. Hydra Mathurin, high honors. Kirsten N. Brady, honors. Mabel Villacakis. Amy P. Carrasco, high honors. Doriel
Yeah, I know, but there's not much I can do about
high
that. We're
honors.
going to be able to see and literally get the shot.
Stephanie P. Correa. Riley Gold, honors. Kimberly O. Gold. Julie A. Godfrey, honors. Amy Linehan, honors. Michelle Mathis, honors. Pop Julian, high honors. Julia Loco, high honors. Patrick Ogden. Melanie Petraglia, honors. Micaela Shipley, high honors. Cynthia Tejada, honors. Larissa Tinkham, high honors. Man Zhang, high honors.
Noah F. Abdelrahman, high honors. Maria J. Colon, high honors. Arislita Delon Baez, honors. Sohit Dong, honors. Nancy M. Iredale, high honors. Amder D. Mejia, high honors. Nicholas J. Papanakalo, honors. Jolie Y. Polanco, high honors. Nicole M. Alexandra. Saham Barada Bouzid, high honors. Daniel J. Barubi, high honors. Molika S. Baum, high honors. Jessica M. Borges. Marisa Carasquillo, honors. Sophiri Chen, honors. Jean B. Sharaf. Fernanda L. Colon.
Linda Beth Gotti, high honors. Joshua M. Logan, honors. Derek Langeran. Jessica A. Lucas, honors. Edward McFadden, high honors. Valerie Miranda. Joseph Nadeau, honors. Jamie Parra, honors. Patrick P. Percival, high honors. Jessica S. Riley, high honors. Alexandra Santos, honors. Jenny E. Green, honors. Savannah M. Christie, high honors. Denise Diaz, honors. Nadia C. Edwards, honors. Wilfred Bogle, high honors. Maria Munoz Benavides. Emily M. Rosa, honors. Helen S. Sena Hansel, honors. Teresa Soy, honors. Robindi Donovan, high honors. Christopher Azzi, honors. Nicholas Candat, honors. Brian Castillo. Mariela A. Cuevas. Clarimar A. de Jesus. Timotea Gunn, honors. Angélica M. Figueroa. Melanie B. Gonzalez, high honors. Carla E. Gonzalez, honors. Luisa Herrera.
Brian K. Huberto, high honors. Emily J. Carr, high honors. Andrew D. Logan. Carla G. Marte, high honors. Yukaris Martinez. Yanni Mercado, high honors. Timothy J. Miles, high honors. Johanna E. Monegro, high honors. Christopher Montez, honors. Rafael A. Nunez, honors. Sophie Ong, honors. Savati T. Peck, high honors. Ellis M. Peguero, honors. Eric Peguero, high honors. Katie M. Sanchez, high honors. Luis A. Santiago, high honors. Natalie Scandura. Lauren A. Swanson, high honors. Shayna E. Talrico. Elvidania Tavares, high honors. Heather M. Thomas, honors. Matthew D. Wilson, honors. Cheyenne Haley Woodburn. Desiree K. Yao, honors. Manuel Castro, honors.
George Gonya. John Lecter, high honors. Dilson M. Monegro. Jan Pichardo, honors. Brian Ramos. Barbara Cuello. Megan Silvers, honors. Andrew Scola. Sean Stiles. Mark Urexmi, high honors. Brendan L. Allen, high honors. Norman Wood. Shane P. Green, honors. John Sorgan, high honors. Matthew A. Gay. Diana C. Gonzalez Guarin, high honors. Eduardo Hinoa Lopez, honors. Adam Kinzer, high honors. Oliver Aguirre, honors. Anthony Bowers, high honors. Christian Bugay, honors. Michael Mendoca, honors. Mayreni Rodriguez Aquino, honors. Amit Kumar, high honors.
Nicole C. Diamond, honors. Eric C. Vincent, honors. Aaron C. Vincent, sorry Aaron. Eric A. Bailey, honors. Andrea Caponagro, honors. Taryn S. Decker, high honors. Rosalinda M. Santana, honors. Mohammed Antra, high honors. Colby Butler, honors. Trevor J. Cutter. Jerry Ann Diaz. Joanne Flores. Moesha S. Murray. Kayla R. Nieves. Christopher C. O'Donnell. Anthony Palacios, honors. Lillian M. Santana, honors. Cheryl S. Savage, high honors. Shauna L. Silvera, honors. Brennan E. Smith, high honors. David C. Souther. Janet Suero Lizardo, honors. Jennifer Tavares, honors. Karen L. Bonanno, honors. Yohara Z. Ceballos, high honors. Christine J. Denault, high honors. J. Diaz. Kimberly A. Diamond. Kadir Henriquez, high honors. Lady N. Hidalgo, honors.
Yasmin Octavo, honors. Wendy Ramirez, high honors. Rosa E. Restituyo, honors. Carmen M. Robles, honors. Josie Rockhart. Ramona A. Rosario. Yamilka E. Plan. Carmen O. Vidal, honors. Jessica M. Biel, honors. Carissa A. Vance, high honors. Jenny A. Mercedes, honors. Patrick L. Mooney, honors. Diana Adolfini, honors. Susan L. Clancy, honors. Geraida Delgado. Ritami M. Delicato, honors. Marilyn Duran, high honors. Maria Figueroa, honors. Kim M. Johnston, high honors. Kyla L. Maguire. Josué R. Matías. Alberto Pérez Batista. Heather M. Brass. Jaime L. Romero, high honors. Rose A. Wolfenden. Michelle M. Martin. Pamela J. Barker, high honors. Karen A. Cooper, high honors. Ironelis de la Cruz.
Elizabeth M. McKeown. Caitlin Travers. Jenelise Sosa. Pierre J. Roberger, high honors. Griselda Moore, honors. Wilfred C. Tenega, high honors. Jean H. Pierre. Carmen R. Rosario. Matilda Abiaka, high honors. Eliza Rodriguez, honors. Jennifer Nunez, honors. Laris de la Cruz. Leah A. Callahan. Daryl L. Johnson, honors. Susan M. Earnshaw. Rothmany Rom. Caitlin A. Tiso, honors. Cassandra N. Elson, honors. Dimitra Vortsas, honors. Nicholas R. Walker, high honors. Sebastian P. Diaz, honors. Catherine D. Moore. Elizabeth H. Dirk, honors. Alyssa Clem. Natalie Bernard, honors.
Tyler McMillan, high honors. Julianne N. Chase, honors. Glenn P. Chickering, high honors. Evelyn Constant, honors. Samantha Marinucci, honors. Cyrus Peguero, honors. Kristen R. Dion, high honors. Cristal del Villar. Juliette Exter, high honors. Thomasina Glenn, high honors. Sarah R. Hammond, honors. Megan E. Jordan, high honors. Jahaira Luna. Lisandra Matriel. Mary E. Meret, honors. Maxwell Mogavero. Stephen P. O'Mara. Brian Ortega. Genesis Peña. Kristen M. Phillips, high honors.
Can you hear me?
Jocelyn M. Quintana, high honors. Sara N. Ramirez. Nolan F. Rice, honors. Nilson Rosario. Nicholas Shaw Dupont. Wanda S. Suero.
John A. Zabrowski. Austin M. Hamill, honors. Amy C. Jacobs, high honors. Angela P. Palaco. Brianna Lee Burnham, high honors. Danielle Robidale, high honors. Rose N. Bellahilia, high honors. Elisa Trinidad, honors. Esmeralda R. Casimir, honors. Jose Fernandez, high honors. Sharinda Reyes, high honors. Alexis A. Ailstock, high honors. Elizabeth M. Giroux, high honors. Whitney E. Litchke, high honors. Pascal J. Musa, high honors. Kelly T. Nguyen. Shane R. Sherry. Ivana B. Capellan. Celine Alchamas, honors. Daniel Baranowski, high honors. Darnell J. Batista Cazala. Marissa C. Bichetti, high honors. Marissa B. Clifford, honors. Chevelle Cordero, honors. L. Cruz. Elizabeth Crespo. Daniel A. Perochi, high honors.
Chelsea Flanagan, high honors. Jeanette Galarza, honors. Brandon T. Gobby, honors. Inosca Hernandez, a high honor. Suhai Hernandez. Holly Holder. Miles Langford, high honors. Brittany A. Lustig. Kathy Lynch, high honors. Abigail E. Maz, high honors. Alisa Moronta. Han Wayne, high honors. Ariela Burriet, high honors. Alexander J. Reynoso. Christian X. Rodriguez. Jacqueline Rosales, high honors. Ana Ruiz Camacho. Christine A. Seifert, honors. Anna Sinserbach, high honors. Kelly Smith, high honors. Catherine Tomasi, high honors. Amilda Ventura, honors. Danielle L. Gendro. Monica Del Coquel. Shane M. Fulford. Scarlett R. Miller. Sarah L. Desiderio, honors. Alberto Alberto, high honors. Kelly D. Alexa, high honors.
Angelique M. Davia Riches, high honors. Julia L. Curtis, honors. Brianna L. DeRosier, honors. Adam C. Doucette, honors. Olivia A. Moses, all honors. Courtney N. Nemo. Caroline Padilla, honors. Ashini A. Patel. Jonathan J. Carolla. Isabella R. Ricci. Tiffany S. Rodriguez. Jepe Moon, honors. Michael G. Rogers. Delcy Cruz, honors. Marie E. Clinch, high honors. Enriquez Martinez, high honors. Jane W. Minyaka, honors. Penny L. Sperry. Wilda Peguero, honors. Stephanie Acosta, high honors. Whitney M. Corey, honors. Nicole L. DiGregorio, honors. Bristol S. Dubé. Kevin E. Kent Wallace, high honors. Sarah LaFerriere, high honors. Maureen E. LeBrun, high honors. Ismail Ogando, honors. Yanel E. Tangi, honors. Tess R. Tarpey, honors. Keisha L. E. Delva.
Marina N. Duran, honors. Genovis Martinez, high honors. Miriam C. Núñez. Ana M. Pérez, honors. Sara S. Ramos. Bianca B. Santana, honors. Lisbeth R. Vidal, honors. Alisa L. Wilson, honors. Darlexi Zapata Kinsley, honors. Ronaldo G. Alberto, high honors. Catherine Almonte, honors. Cesarina A. Baez, honors. Kenia M. Castillo. Ashley G. Cintron, high honors. Luz Esther Colón, honors. Kimberly A. Cousins, honors.
Yeah, you're right.
Jaralis Diaz, honors.
You're good.
Karen G. Dos Santos, honors. Aracelis Escalera. Paola L. Lajara Rojas, high honors. Danisha C. Lantillo. Tiffany O. Ruiz, honors.
Michelle D.
What the
Medina.
hell you doing stealing my sneakers?
Nina I. Nieves, high honors. Rosanna M. Puloy, high honors. Nayara M. Sanchez, honors. Zeta Santiago. Panagiatos de Soliotis, high honors. Alexandra Valorio, honors. Carla S. Garcia, honors. Chaveli N. Gonzalez, honors. Karina L. Perez. Karen Rodriguez, high honors. Kylie A. Bowman, high honors. Casey A. Dickinson, honors. Christina K. Dole, honors. Marcel A. Nesta, honors. Gabriela Rivera. Caitlin R. Correa, high honors. Frederick D. Howard, high honors. Ashlyn N. Pichardo. Harold Rodriguez, high honors. Alyssa M. Tasman, high honors. Ramona A. Lee.
Eunice Ramos, high honors. Lehi M. Rowe. Kimberly A. Surete, high honors. Ana E. Ulloa, honors. Brenda L. Walsh, high honors. Emily M. Gonzalez, high honors. Natalia E. Bishop, honors. Brianna K. Simoneo, honors. Angie D. Colon, honors. Aniel de la Cruz. Leah W. Gathon, Walker, high honors. Shanley R. McDonald, honors. Emilina Meas, honors. Janet Rosales, honors. Cecilia C. Royal, high honors. Doris A. Welch. Taylor A. Carelli, high honors. Kim M. Posada Ryan. Michelle L. Deshays, honors. Jeffrey P. Dion. Shauna L. Pavel, high honors. Sarah E. Ducat, high honors. Edgar Gaga, high honors. Stephanie K. Garside, high honors. Wendy S. Gaynor, honors. Kyle W. Gentry, high honors. Justine L. Kinser, high honors.
Abigail S. Lopez, honors. Roseanne M. Martin, honors. Kayla Olet, honors. Emmeline M. Ruff, honors. Brittany T. Scarelli, honors. Tony N. Thoreau, high honors. Andrea M. Birch, high honors. Griselle A. Crabb, honors. Melanie Fortin, honors. Sabrina M. Hamill, high honors. Daniela Amose, honors. Heather McCoy, high honors. Serena A. McDonald, honors. Scott R. McCulley, honors. Kevin C. Park, honors. Anna J. Rathburn, honors. Patricia Tedeschi Silva Orojo, high honors. Joseph M. Torres, honors. Ryan R. Wiggins, high honors. Sophia L. Baptiste. Elizabeth B. Decker, honors.
Jennifer A. Edward, high honors. Johnny M. Clines, honors. Jenny C. Lazala, honors. Donna M. Miller, high honors. Michael J. Press. Brianna M. Cibodiao, high honors. Francisco Boca Jimenez, high honors. Wilsa Guzman, honors. And last but not least, Hanan Dolin, high honors.
Congratulations, class of 2018. We would like to thank the members of the Stewart Highland Pipe Band for their stirring performances this afternoon, including the one you're about to hear. Can we have a hand, please, for the Stewart Highland Pipe Band? All right, some important instructions. Please rise. It's going to be very important that we keep the recessional moving, so we ask that all guests, including special guests in the first rows, remain at their seats until all graduates have exited the tent. Registered nursing graduates and their guests, you know who you are. Please stay at your seats for the nursing pinning ceremony, which follows our commencement ceremony shortly. Faculty and students seated on my left will exit the tent using the left aisle. Faculty and students seated on my right will exit double file down the center aisle. When we know it's going to be sunny and not rainy, we stay on the lawn and take pictures. Matt Noyes has held the rain off, I think, about as long as he can. It may start any time. So we've moved the reception indoors to the gym, which is right behind this tent. After the ceremony, I hope you'll stop by the gym and enjoy some refreshments and music performed by a talented group of NECC music students under the direction of Professor Elisa Bouchier. You can also pick up a gift from the Alumni Association. Thank you again, and congratulations to all of our graduates.